so long. And I couldn't even be myself for so long. So don't look at this smoke, guaranteed you gon' choke. Cause it's burning, man, this shit ain't no joke. We'll never lose hope, cause we tapped in. Stuck in the wheel, that the system got us trapped in. Ain't fuck go, we gon' get it out the back end. Like how the fuck I've been asleep for so long? How the pain run deep for so long? I've been feeling like this for so long. How could you be asleep? Stop in your face, you ain't gotta reach. All you gotta do is listen to me pipe down. I'm about to teach, be in the air. I'm about to preach, melanin skin. The man that had a dream about from a boy to a man into a king. Damn, and this feeling here, the bells about to ring. More EINs and LLCs for the family tree. So the pictures a little more prouder for me. Since I planted some seeds, I'm thinking for 3. I got some enemies, I'm on my god to evil. But they want more though, like Austin. DNA, unlikely. Producing a product for profit. Just being honest, they want me none. Fly like a comet, she's so astonished. Patiently waiting to come on her comments. Even sisters to get back to some money. For real. I'ma do it if nobody else gon' do it. Say it if nobody else gon' see it. Every time I close my eyes, I convince myself every day like this shit not real. Like, how the fuck I've been in the street for so long? How the pain run deep for so long? They done killed us in the street for so long. And I couldn't even be myself for so long. So don't walk in that smoke, guaranteed you gon' choke. Cause it's burning, man, this shit ain't no joke. But we'll never lose hope, cause we tapped in. Stuck in the wheel, that the system got us trapped in. Ain't fuck no go, we gon' get it out the back end. And how the fuck I've been asleep for so long? How the pain run deep for so long? I've been feeling like this for so long. I forget all the shit that they told me. Come to think about it, I don't even think I know me. All my people getting shot by the police, could've been me. So I'ma let my soul speak. For the ones who came, for the ones we lost. These niggas cross their own people just to be a boss. I'm choosing love over evil, I never cross. And all my people shit get deeper when you're finding out. All of the secrets hope you because it's coming out. If I can change in the pain, you can have it all. It's always the time, all the time on the flash screen. Fuck Trump, fuck Biden, fuck a vaccine. Cause I'm going full speed, gotta kiss me. Riding till the wheels fall off and gotta ask me. And the motive is to play like them shoulders. Ain't no fear now, I can't be shaking like a soda. Tell myself that I'm tripping. Truth hit hard like a nigga getting a whipping. Nigga, I'm too solid, hell nah, I ain't dripping. MJ status now, nigga, I ain't pippin'. Breaking news line, yeah, straight from the gutter. Spin straight face, yeah, nigga, I'm my brother. Talking God talk, I'm the man like gutter. Got the cold flow, ripping niggas out the gutter. Real, I'ma do it if nobody else gon' do it. Say it if nobody else gon' see it. Every time I close my eyes, I convince myself every day like this shit not real. Like, how the fuck I've been in the street for so long? How the pain run deep for so long? They done killed us in the street for so long. And I couldn't even be myself for so long. So don't walk in that smoke, guaranteed you gon' choke. Cause it's burning, man, this shit ain't no joke. But we'll never lose hope, cause we tapped in. Stuck in the wheel, that the system got us trapped in. Ain't fuck no go, we gon' get it out the back end. And how the fuck I've been in the street for so long? How the pain run deep for so long? I've been feeling like this for so long.
Tavex, all you wonderful Hebrew Israelites out there. I am your brother, Mr. Real Talk, and this is your go-to YouTube channel for brotherhood, sisterhood, and an attempt at righteousness. I want you to smash that like button as you come through this door, not because you like me, but because you like the truth. We're going to be looking at a feminine spirit in the Bible. Many people have been taught to gloss over this. I know a lot of brothers and sisters out there already know this, but just like I know that, I know it's way more brothers and sisters who we've all been taught to gloss over everything. So we could never go over anything too many times. And to some people, even though you already realize this, you may see something that you didn't know before. So whatever the case may be, smash that like button, smash the subscribe button if you're not subscribed already, okay? And share this video somewhere out there. Also, I have my book live on Amazon called Bootstrap to Millions. That's right, Bootstrap to Millions. Link in the video description how anyone can start building wealth from scratch. No, you do not need money to start making money. No, you don't. One of the many lies we've been taught. But what you do need to do, beloved ones, is change your mindset. Everything is about mindset. Everything comes down at the end of the day, beloved ones. It comes down to wisdom. And that's what we're going to tap on a little bit this evening. I'm not going to keep you all long. I'm going to do my best. We're going to keep this max an hour. If we can get it done in less than an hour, no problem. But we're not going past an hour. We're going to use this middle of the week as what it really is. It's a recharge in the middle of the week. In the middle of the captivity, we all have to regenerate ourselves and repower ourselves because we tire ourselves out physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, financially. And the way to reboost yourself or to rejuvenate yourself is to wrap yourself and encase yourself with the words of the Most High God and become out that Old Testament. Can you dig it? Hit the like button again if you haven't. Subscribe to the channel if you're not. We're going to give it another. We're going to get started at exactly the 10-minute mark. We're going to play this song back a little bit more, and then we're going to get started. And once we get started, I'm going to read everybody's comments because y'all know it's all about the brotherhood and the sisterhood, which is a family. And although the society is crumbling all around us, the world is crumbling all around us. The Western world, the Eastern world, it's all going down, y'all. Nobody will escape this. The only people who are going to escape this is the people who decide to go Yah only. And it's not too many of them. Not too many. And we got to understand that. I know it's painful. It is. Because when you really understand it, you understand that the majority of people on planet Earth are going to get BK'd. That goes for women and children as well. They're going to get snuffed. We've got to remember the sheer brutality of the flood, y'all. The flood was brutality on display at its finest. The whole world got BK'd. Now that's how you BK humanity. You wipe out everybody except just a little bit. Y'all see that? That's the kind of power that created us, y'all. He doesn't play games. Once that call gets sent in for ultimate judgment, the hammer is coming down on men, women, and children as well. The Most High don't play. It takes a while for him to get that raging, though, but once he does, it's game over. And the only people who are going to survive this, y'all, is going to be people who go Yah only. Society is on its way out. Can't you see it? The way that people deal with each other. The way that men deal with other men. And look, I'm not talking about sexually. I'm talking about the way that people communicate with each other. People don't know how to communicate. Men don't know how to communicate with other men without becoming brutally and viciously violent and psychotic. Women don't know how to communicate with other women without becoming backbiting, psychotic, and demonic. Men and women don't know how to deal with each other without everything that I just mentioned. The world is on its way out. When I say the world, not the planet Earth, but all nations and societies, they are on the downward trend. The only few people, and it is only a few, y'all, and I'm talking worldwide, the only few people that's going to trend upward, it's going to be those very few people who go Yah only. That's it. It's like 95% of the world loves the world favorite idol and other idols, and like only 5% of the world, 5 to 7% of the world loves the Most High and is seeking him. Everybody else, they seeking something else, y'all. And because of that, this thing's really started at the end of 2019, believe it or not. It started at the end of 2019, at the end of those 400 years, y'all. And I know there used to be a lot of controversy about when the 400 years was up, and it probably still is. And hey, I ain't mad at nobody for thinking whatever you think about it. But from where I'm looking, I still concur that in the end of 2019 was the end of those 400 years. And as soon as the end of 2019 came, all hell broke loose. The Most High started to judge the people who've been abusing the Israelites for the last 400 years. And it ain't just in America. Although they did it in America the last 400 years, these people have been treating our people like crap. Okay? And the calculations, look, let me not go down that road, because we'll save that for another live, because we'll be on here for 2, 3, 4, 5 hours talking about that. And of course, we all can disagree on that. Not a problem. You're not going to get put to death by the Most High because you don't know what exactly year that was. Serve Yah with all your heart. Keep the commandments as best as you can. Everything else will work itself out. Some things are just above our pay grade. Just like some of you out there have children, some of the things your children might ask you, they really want to know. But they couldn't understand even if you told them. Why? Because they're your little children and you are their mother or their father. And their minds just can't digest certain things yet. That's the same way we are when it comes to the Most High, y'all. Some things are temporarily above our pay grade. Some things going to forever be above our pay grade, because we are the children of the Most High. We're not the parent. You know, I want you to hit that like button. We're going to play a little bit more of this song, then we're going to get started. As soon as we play this song one more again, I'm going to read these wonderful comments by you wonderful Hebrew Israelites. You hit that like button and share this video. And consider this a audio only recording. That's right. Break out a pen and a pad, or you can just listen to this video as many times as you deem necessary. That's why I make these videos, beloved ones, so we all can help turn our own lives around, for one. Because I make these videos also to talk to myself. I want to encourage myself. I want to encourage the brothers and sisters. And I want to do the best that I can to make sure that I repent and that I can be as righteous as I can. Of course, I'm not perfect. I'm far from perfect. Hey, I grew up in the so-called black community. I used to be black. Okay? Of course, I'm far from perfect. However, I have amended my ways, just as many of you have amended your ways. So you know what I'm talking about, because you're doing the same thing. It doesn't matter what you used to do, who you used to be. Who gives a damn? What are you doing today? What are you doing right now? I don't give a crap about none of that crap you did before. How wicked you were, how bad you were, allegedly. Maybe it's true, maybe it's not. Who cares? What are you doing today? It's all about right now. All we got is right now. We can think about the past, we can think about the future. What do we have right now? We got right now, right now. What are you doing right now? Do you serve Yah only right now? If you don't, I'm going to tell you, up until this point, your life has been a complete bust and a waste of flesh, a waste of oxygen, because you're just somebody who's going to be brutally killed, viciously ripped to smithereens, walking charcoal, walking target practice for the Most High. And if you won't go Yah only, you're a walking fish in a barrel waiting to be shot down. Not by no man, by the Most High Yah himself. When the Most High goes into his treasure chest of war, somebody gonna bite the dust. As a matter of fact, you know what? I've been running my big black mouth chopping it up with y'all. We ain't even gotta play that song back no more. We gonna go in and get straight into it. Can you dig it? Because I told you, wonderful Hebrew Israelites, that I wasn't going to keep you but for so long, right? I know y'all like, man, nigga, you always say you ain't gonna keep us long. And you know what? There's a great deal of truth in that statement if you're saying that. And I actually do be meaning it. But I'm telling you, we're gonna keep this thing max 60 minutes. Max. If we can get off before then, we'll do it. But if we can't, it is actually my real job. And no, I don't get paid to do my job. Not at the moment, at least. And because this channel was not built to make money. This channel, at its truest form, years ago, it got formed out of anger and frustration. I got tired of all the unalivings and the robberies in the community from the DMV. You know what I mean? And the people, you know, the DMVs, DC, Maryland, Virginia. And of course, the D is DC, M is Maryland, V is Virginia. You got parts of Maryland that's way out there, like hours away. You got parts of Virginia that goes way out there, hours away. When people say DMV, they're not talking about that. They're talking about Washington, D.C., and the uttermost, the closest most surrounding so-called suburbs. Because it ain't nothing suburb about it. But the so-called suburbs, the very closest parts of Maryland and the very closest parts of Washington, D.C. And I'm sorry, the very closest parts of Maryland and the very closest parts of Virginia that are right there. I'm talking about like you stand on one side of the street, you in Virginia. Across the street, you in D.C. You stand on one side of the street in Maryland, walk across the street, you in D.C. When people say DMV, we talking about the surrounding areas just very, very close to D.C. Like PG County, Mo County, stuff like that. Which we still struggling with this ice out here right now. It's not a game. Let me read these comments from the brothers and the sisters. The Levi says that Mr. Real Talk, Tav X. Tav X to you, broski. Ashley, what up? Ashley says shalom. Shalom to you, Ashley. Joshua says S. Shelly Vasquez, shalom, sister. All praises to the Most High. Shalom. Joshua the Levi says at Ashley, shalom. Shelly says at Joshua the Levi, brother, all praises to the Most High alone. That's right. Shelly says at Ashley, shalom, sister. Ashley says shalom, family. Shelly says, yep, straight up BTA. For those of you who don't know what that means boot to ass. And yes, boot to ass. It's already coming. It's already coming. But because it's not moving super fast, a lot of people don't notice it yet. The boot is already being brought to ass. Already. Not coming. The boot is already it's beginning to make contact with your ass. But of course, many people are not going to get it until their ass is literally hanging off the foot. By that time, of course, it's much too late. You be freaking cave, nigga. You out of there. Coming sooner than what you may think. And quiet is what is kept. Quiet as is kept. There are people out here who've been losing their life behind this snowstorm that we've had. This last recent snowstorm that many of us got hit with a couple of days ago. And even right now, it's still tragic out here in these streets. Trying to maneuver certain places and get in and out of places. It's tragic out here. Accidents, people are being put to death. It's not a game. King David says, Tav, that false Christ, they'll use Yah as a cover-up. You ain't lying. And I definitely got to go watch that video. That's on my Y'all know how it is when you haven't had a chance to watch a particular video or videos with the S, and you have them on your to watch list. That video right there has definitely been on my to watch list. And after I get off of here with y'all, finally make me something to eat, I'm gonna begin going down my to watch list. But they got a Negro coming and going, working so crazy. That's why it is a must. I must escape the 9 to 5 Babylonian captivity. I am escaping the 9 to 5 Babylonian captivity. It's not even up for debate. Any other thing is uncivilized, as they say. I refuse to continue to live my life chained to a physical location, being so-called owned by my employer. Because I am, to a degree, I am owned. If I have to go to this place in order to make money, if it's a must that I go to this particular place and I stay for X amount of hours, I am chained to that place. And the minute that I try to break away from that place, the money goes away. That's called slavery. That's called, see, it's different kinds of slavery. That's called being a wage slave. And the only way to bust yourself out of being a wage slave, you got to change our minds, beloved. And every single day, I am regenerating and transforming my mind and remembering the days of old, going back to it, the old paths. Joshua the Levite says that King David, Tarvex. Shelley says that King David, Tarvex, Big Facts, 100. People still in love with Saucy. JC. Yeah, they are. Joshua the Levite says, that's right, that King David. Old, sweet, and low motherfucker. 100, Joshua the Levite. Ashley says, heart emoji. Heart emoji. Shelley says, Ezekiel 33 and 11. Read. And we will read that. Joshua Levi says, smash that like button if you haven't already. It won't cost you a thing. That's right. Please do what Brother Joshua the Levi asked y'all to do. We would greatly and vastly appreciate your kindness. Can you dig it? And also, be sure to subscribe to Brother Joshua the Levi's channel and our channel. Both these brothers are very knowledgeable. And there are some people out there in the world, not many, but some people are actually seeking the truth. Some people are seeking wisdom. Some people are seeking knowledge. And I know for a fact, I'm not telling you what I think, not what I believe. I know for a fact that Brother Joshua the Levite, he's got a lot of wisdom and knowledge. I know for a fact Brother King David has a lot of wisdom and knowledge. So anybody who's here, maybe this is your first time on this channel, maybe it's not. Maybe you just somebody who so-called stumbled across this channel. That's what you think is so-called. It's not. This channel is either here. The Most High has brought you here for one or two reasons. Because he wants you to know the truth, whether you're an Israelite or not. He wants you to know the truth so that you can either accept it and adapt your life to it, or he's going to use this channel is going to be a strong case, an overwhelming case, and a strong rebuke to you in the day of visitation for you, my friend, whenever that might be. This will be one of the, you know how you go to court and the prosecutor's stacking the case against you and they'll go, Your Honor, Exhibit A of the Exhibit A of the defendant's guilt. And they'll produce Exhibit A. This video, this channel, if it doesn't help you, which means you're going to reject Yah only, so this channel did not help you. So that means it's going to be a witness against you. One of the many witnesses against you. You're not going to be able to say, oh, I've never heard of Old Testament only. I've never heard of such a thing as Yah only. No, people in this generation right now, while we're alive, You're not going to have the same excuse that grandma and them had. Because many of your grandmothers and grandfathers and great granddads and great aunts and uncles, a lot of them, they never heard of such a thing. Y'all only, what in the world is that? They never heard of such a thing. Old Testament only? Are you kidding me? They would have put you to death. They never heard such a thing. But you, my friend, you can't say that. Because although there's not many Old Testament only people out there, there's a handful, and they're yelling it loud enough that even though it's a small group worldwide, people hear it. They act like they don't hear it. See, that's the thing, y'all. They hear it. They're acting like they don't hear it because they don't give a damn. They siding with the blood god, the demon, saucy man, sweetie pie. Ashley says, I've heard Hebrews. Bring it out. That's what it's about. Y'all, and you know what? The only way that anything that any of us do will be able to flourish, we have to seek wisdom and we have to have her. Without wisdom, it's a no-go. And that woman wisdom, oh, what a wonderful woman she is. What a wonderful woman she is. Ashley says, heart emoji. Shelly says, laughing emoji. Sweetie pie. Yeah, that nigga ain't nothing but a sweetie pie. That nigga didn't turn the warriors of Israel into cream puffs. That's what JC did. Mr. Saucy Man himself. He didn't turn the men of Israel into cream puffs. Soft as a baby's bottom. Softer than a newborn baby fresh out of his mama's womb. That's what JC has done to the warriors of Israel. But all praises to the Most High God. All he needs is a few good men. Us, that's right. But people steadily telling you that you need him though. He ain't never helped us. And he is a runner, a track star. Ain't never been king of nothing. Ain't never gonna be king of nothing. There's no prophecy in the Old Testament at all where the Most High mentions him at all. In fact, all the stuff that JC tries to claim, he's an identity bandit. He's trying to steal. Not only is he trying to steal the glory from the Most High God, he's trying to steal King David's throne and make it his own. And he's trying to steal you wonderful Hebrew Israelites and me. He's trying to steal our position because we are the begotten Son of God. Last I checked, I only saw in the Old Testament where Yah only begat one son. And he claimed it. My firstborn. Not only is he my son, he's my firstborn. You mean to tell me he couldn't have mentioned JC or Yeshua? And look, not only that, also JC tries to steal the role of wisdom. And I'm gonna show that to you too. Some of you already might know where I'm going. Matter of fact, I might start with that. Grab your pen, grab your pad. I'm not gonna keep you long. We're gonna hit these scripts, and I'm gonna let you wonderful Hebrew Israelites get the heck out of Dodge. What your wonderful says. That's right. Make sure you share this video. Share this. Share this. Let's see. Since we on ba-da-ba-ba, zip, zap, zap. Since we talking about hijacking, because JC has just did so much hijacking, or the J-Man or the J-Dude. as Brother Joshua the Levite likes to refer to him. Some people call him sugar booty, saucy, sweetie pie. I mean, he got all kind of names to describe his character. And he tries to hijack everybody's position. Look, even wisdom. Look at this. The book of Proverbs, chapter 8. Listen to this, beloved. The book of Proverbs, chapter 8, verse 22 to 31. Book of Proverbs, chapter 8, verse 22 to 31. Listen to this. Matter of fact, you know what? I was getting ready to read this out of the KJV. Let me use this Yahweh Bible. Grab this Yahweh Bible, y'all. Okay. And this Yahweh Bible is so beautiful. Rest in peace to my granddad. He gave me this Bible. It was more than 20 years ago. I had no idea. I don't even think did YouTube exist? I don't know. It was so long ago when I got this joint. I definitely never knew that I was a Hebrew Israelite back then. I definitely never knew that I would be making videos. There's a whole lot of stuff I never knew back then. All praises to the Most High God. You know what? He sent wisdom to me. He sent her to me. And JC tries to claim that this is him. Listen to this. Proverbs chapter 8, verse 22 to 31. One second. Okay. Proverbs chapter 8, 22 to 31. Yahweh possessed me wisdom at the beginning, very first of his way, before any of his acts of old. Whoa, did y'all hear that? Did y'all hear that? And no, yo, look at this. Look at this. I got these side by side. This is look at the translation. I read that in the KJV. Look how different this reads. The KJV, Proverbs 8, verse 22 says, the Lord possessed me in the beginning of his way, before his works of old. Do y'all see that? The Lord possessed me in the beginning of his way. Do y'all see that? Now listen to it in the Yahweh Bible. Yahweh possessed me wisdom at the beginning, very first of his ways, before any of his acts of old. Do y'all see how different that translations read? Family, this is the Yahweh Bible we read right now. If you saw the difference in that, I want you to go on the live chat and put a 1 in the chat, or put a fire emoji in the chat, and hit the like button, and subscribe to the channel, and share this video somewhere. If you see that, you see how different that joint read. Now we will continue to read this in the Yahweh Bible. Listen. Wisdom was brought into being. Yahweh possessed me wisdom at the beginning, very first of his way, before any of his acts of old. Wisdom. Y'all see this? Do y'all see this? They cannot squeeze JC into this. Y'all see how different this reads? Wisdom was brought into being before the beginning. Do you hear this? Wisdom was brought into being before the beginning. Before the world was created at the very first, before there was ever an earth. Wisdom was given birth when there were no depths. There were no fountain abounding with water. Wisdom. Do y'all see how wisdom is leaving her autograph? She's claiming this here. Y'all see this? Wisdom was given birth when there was no depths, where there were no fountains abounding with water. Wisdom was born before the mountains and the hills were settled, before Yahweh made the earth or the fields or any of the dust of the world. Wisdom was with him. This is a woman, y'all. This is a woman spirit. This ain't no figure of speech. This is a woman who was with Yahweh. Before the beginning, it says. Y'all didn't even see that. Yahweh possessed me wisdom at the beginning, very first of his way, before any of his acts of old. Wisdom was brought into being before the beginning. Did y'all hear this? Before the beginning, before the world was created at the very first, before there was ever an earth. Wisdom was given birth when there were no depths, when there were no fountains abounding with water. Wisdom was born before the mountains and the hills were settled, before Yahweh made the earth or the fields or any of the dust of the world. Wisdom was with him. When he prepared the heavens, wisdom was there. When he drew a circle on the face of the deep. Whoa, when he drew a circle, that lets you know that the earth ain't round, y'all. When he drew a circle, it did say, hey, y'all, picture that. Wisdom was born before the mountains and the hills were settled, before Yahweh made the earth or the fields or any of the dust of the world. Wisdom was with him. When he prepared the heavens, wisdom was there. When he drew a circle on the face of the deep, he drew the land. He drew a circle on the face of the deep. When he established the clouds above and securely fixed the fountains of the deep. When he gave the sea his decree that the waters should not pass the bounds he commanded. When he marked out the foundations of the earth. Then wisdom was beside him as one brought up with him. I was daily his delight. So this is a woman that was around the Most High God all the time. And she was daily his delight. Rejoicing constantly in his presence. Rejoicing in his inhabited earth. And delighting in the sons of men. So now listen to me. Wisdom, my children. Huh? What? Then wisdom was beside him as one brought up with him. You know, ponder about what that means. As one brought up with him. I stood beside him as one brought up with him. I was daily his delight, rejoicing constantly in his presence, rejoicing in his inhabited earth, and delighting in the sons of men, which is you and me. So now, listen to me, wisdom, my children. Oh my gosh, do you hear that? Wisdom is calling you and me her children. Hey family, I'm talking to somebody out there. I'm talking to somebody out there. So now listen to me. Wisdom, my children, for blessed are those who observe my ways. Do you, beloved, are y'all seeing this? So now listen to me. Wisdom, my children. Hold up. So if this is a she, which it is, this is a woman. This is not a figure of speech. This is a invisible spirit. Wisdom is her name. And she's calling you her children. Do you see this, beloved? Do you see it? So now, listen to me. Wisdom, my children. For blessed are those who observe my ways. This is your mother talking right here. Do you hear? Not according to me, according to the book of Proverbs, according to this woman who was right there next to the Most High before he made everything. The book of Proverbs said she was there before the beginning, not at the beginning, not in the beginning. She was there before the beginning. Every single day. As one brought up with him. Family, are y'all hearing this? Is this really kicking in what this is saying? This ain't me saying this. So now, listen to me. Wisdom, my children. Do y'all hear this? For blessed are they who observe my ways. Listen to instruction and be wise. Do not reject it. Do y'all hear that? Blessed is the man who listens to me. Wisdom, watching daily at my gates, waiting at the post of my doors. Do you hear this? Do you hear this? Hop down to verse 36. But he who sins against me, wronging me, wisdom only harms himself. All those who hate me love death. Wow. 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 Did you hear this? Did it really sink in that wisdom called you her children? I know you heard it, but did it really sink in? I don't know. You know what? Maybe it won't sink in till later. Because that was deep. But look, that ain't over. I'm not going to hold you too long, but look, let's go. Turn with me to Proverbs chapter 1. I'm about to let y'all get out of here real soon. This is a woman. Wisdom is a woman who was with the Most High before the beginning. As one brought up with him. What does that mean, as one brought up with him? What does that mean? Ask the Most High God. He'll break it all down to us. But we can see what this means right here. The book of Proverbs, chapter 1, verse 20 to 23. Wisdom calls aloud in the streets. She raises her voice in the open squares. What? I repeat once again, this is not a figure of speech. We talking about a real spirit, an invisible spirit, of course, because you and I can't see the spirits in the spirit realm. But this is by no means a figure of speech. No more than the Most High God himself is just a figure of speech. Although he has a body, he got a spiritual body. We can't see his body. Wisdom is an actual, real, live entity. And it's a woman. Are y'all, family, I hope you're getting this. This ain't me saying this. This is what wisdom is saying. And according to her, she's your mother, not me. Because I know somebody would go off the ledge and say, oh, look at him, he's trying to push his own doctrine. Am I pushing my own doctrine, or am I literally reading word for word? Y'all heard what we just read in the Proverbs chapter 8. You heard what we read. But we in Proverbs chapter 1 right now, verse 20 to 23, coming out of the Yahweh Bible. Proverbs chapter 1, verse 20 to 23. Wisdom calls aloud in the street. She raises her voice in the open squares. Wisdom is talking loud. Wisdom is not shy. She talking loud, y'all. You know what? This is one big mouth woman that I would love to listen to. And I'm going to listen to. This is your mother, fam. This is my mother. Not because I say so. Proverbs chapter 8 we just read. She called us her children. She said she was with the Most High before the beginning. Before. What in the world was before the beginning? If we can even wrap our minds around the concept of something being before the beginning. I guarantee you, whatever your mind comes to the conclusion, it's more to it than that. I guarantee you it is. She said, we are her children. Listen. Verse 21. She cries out. Again, she cries out. There's no denying this is a woman. But you know why? You know why women, the truth about all things have been hidden and destroyed. Primarily because of the church. Primarily because of the church have distorted all things. Verse 21, again, this is not me saying it. This is what wisdom is saying. She cries out in the chief concourses, on the tops of the walls, at the entrances of the city gates. She speaks her words. It's no way anybody's going to try to get out of this. This is not just talking about, well, you know, theoretically, metaphorically. No. This is an invisible spirit that was right next to the Most High before the beginning. And out of her own mouth, she said you were her children, not me. If you got a problem, you got to take it up with wisdom, not me. Take it up with your mother and my mother. And I'm saying this makes so much sense. This makes so much sense. And look, I know somebody out there, I can see it. They're going to get upset about this, right? They're going to say, Mr. Real Talk said that wisdom is our mother. Did I say that, or are we reading that? Did I say that, or are we reading it word for word? Coming out of the Yahweh Bible. She cries out in the chief concourses, on the tops of the walls, at the entrances of the city gates. She speaks her words. Verse 22, proclaiming, how long, you simple ones? Untutored, will you love simplicity? Ignorance. How long will you scorners delight in your insolent scoffing and mocking? How long will you fools, those who turn from the right way, hate knowledge? Verse 23, if you would turn at my rebuke and warning, I, wisdom, would pour out my spirit upon you. I would make you understand my words. Your mama will make you understand these words. And you notice how different that reads in the KJV? And look, watch this. Let's turn to that same book of Proverbs. I want y'all to see this. Look at this. The same book of Proverbs. We just read. Where we at? Same book of Proverbs, chapter 1, verse 20 to 23. We're going to read it in the KJV so you can see the difference. Proverbs chapter 1, verse 20 to 23. She crieth in the chief place of concourse. In the openings of the gates, in the city she uttereth her words, saying. But you see, in the Yahweh Bible, it says, she cries on the chief concourses, on the tops of the walls, at the entrances of the city gates, she speaketh her words. And let's go back to the KJV, verse 22, and it says, but I'm sorry, no, look at the KJV, verse 20. It says, wisdom crieth without. She uttereth her words in the streets. Wisdom. Give me 1 second, beloved. Verse 23. Here's what I want in the KJV, because I want you to see how different this reads. Look at Proverbs chapter 1, verse 23 in the KJV. Turn you at my reproof. Behold, I will pour out my spirit unto you. I will make known my words unto you. And look how it reads in the Yahweh Bible, verse 23. It says, if you would turn at my rebuke and warning, I, wisdom, will pour out my spirit upon you. I would make you understand my words. Do y'all see how different this is? Wisdom, number one, in the Yahweh Bible, wisdom claims that statement. It lets you know, she lets you know that this is her saying this. She's saying she will pour out her spirit on you. She says, if you would turn at my rebuke and warning, I, wisdom, will pour out my spirit upon you. I would make you understand my words. Do y'all hear that? Verse 24. But since I have called and you refused, since I have stretched out my hand, but no man paid attention to it. Do y'all see this? Do you see this, beloved? Look, hop down to verse 28. Then they will call on me wisdom, but I will not answer. They will seek me diligently, but they will not find me. I'm talking to somebody. Tell me that this doesn't hit you different when you actually realize that wisdom is not a figure of speech, a female. It's a real spirit woman in the spirit, invisible. That's your mother, according to her, not me. And look, we're going to get it again. Because I know somebody out there, you're having a hard time grasping that right now, right? Somebody out there is going to see this video and they're going to say, see y'all, look, he pushing his own thing. He's trying to tell us that wisdom is our mother. Am I? Is that what I'm saying? Or is that what it's saying? Let's get it right here. And I'm going to let y'all go. Let's go back to Proverbs chapter 8. We in the Yahweh Bible right now. Proverbs chapter 8, verse 22. Verse 22 to 31. Yahweh possessed me wisdom at the beginning, very first of his way, before any of his acts of old. I, wisdom, was brought into being before the beginning, before the world was created, at the very first, before there was ever an earth. Wisdom keeps on signing her signature right here, her John Hancock, to let you know who this is. So they can't say this is JC or Yeshua. It's wisdom. She's claiming it. I, wisdom, was brought into being before the beginning, before the world was created. And they try to tell you that this was Christ. This is a woman. Do y'all see this? Before the beginning, before the world was created, at the very first, before there was ever an earth, our wisdom was given birth. When there were no depths, where there were no fountains abounding with water, I, wisdom, was born before the mountains and the hills were settled. Before Yahweh made the earth or the fields or any of the dust of the world, I, wisdom, was with him. When he prepared the heavens, I, wisdom, was there. When he drew a circle on the face of the deep, when he established the clouds above and securely fixed the fountains of the deep, when he gave the sea his decree that the waters should not pass the bounds he commanded, when he marked out the foundations of the earth, then I, wisdom, was beside him, as one brought up with him. That's the part right there that's heavy. As one brought up with him. I was his daily delight, rejoicing constantly in his presence, rejoicing in his inhabited earth, and delighting in the sons of men. That's you and me. And here's the bombshell. So now, listen to me. Wisdom, my children. For blessed are those who observe my ways. Listen to instruction and be wise. Do not reject it. Blessed is the man who listens to me. Wisdom, watching daily at my gates, waiting at the post of my doors. Beloved ones, can y'all hear that? I'm going to get you with one more verse. Proverbs 7:4. Out of the Yahweh Bible. Say to wisdom, you are my sister. Call to understanding, you are my nearest kinswoman. Do you see this? Kinswoman and sister. There's no way around this. Wisdom is a she. And not only is she a she, according to her, she's your mother. Listen to her. Listen to your mother. Not my words. That's what she said. Unbelievable. Hit the like. David says, Tom Vex says, Shelly, late replying, cleaning my car. Yeah, I'm one of those men, like my whip clean and smelling good the moment I can. Laughing emoji. No one getting in my car, then talking crazy behind my back. It's dirty. That's right, because niggas definitely is going to talk crazy about you. You already know. Shelly says, at King David, laughing emoji. That's right. Get them out and they can keep their dirt and stank ass out. King David says, laughing emoji. And circle means it's flat. Other than that, he would have said sphere. Exactly, King David. Y'all see that? He drew the circle. That means flat. Exactly. Shelly says, wisdom is more precious than rubies and choice silver and gold. That's right. And not only that, that's your mama, Shelly. That is your mother and mine. Not out of my words. That's what she said out of her own mouth. She said, listen, my children. You know what? I'm really about to start digging into that book of Proverbs to see what Ma got to say. Oh, yeah. I'm going to see what Ma got to say. Tessa Yah says, this is so amazing. Yah is pouring into us the wisdom. Wow. You cannot make this stuff up. Basically, you approaching your mother, approaching your mama and mine. Wow. Tessa says, things. Joshua Levi says, peace and Baruchas. Tessa says, peace and Baruchas, chat. I'm so happy I caught this live in the fellowship with you, family. I'm so glad to have you here too, Tessa. And all of y'all. Shelly says, Tessa, shalom, sis, peace and Baruchas. Wow, this is amazing. Looking forward to watching it. Yes, me too. Shelly says, fire emoji. Ashley says, at Tessa, I hope you're doing well. Joshua says, Proverbs 1:22. Shalom to you, Brother King Shat in Yehuda. I believe this is your first time here. Maybe. If it is, welcome to the channel, brother. Consider subscribing. This is the Old Testament only channel, brother. If this is your first time here, happy to have you. Ashley says, shalom at King Shat. King Shat says, didn't King Solomon call her sister? Yes, brother, we just read it. Y'all see that? That's your sister, your nearest kinswoman. This is a woman, y'all. There's no way around it. Shelly Vasquez says, at King Shat Yehuda Shalom. Shelly says, Proverbs 9, verse 1 to 11. Ashley says, brother, can you tell me what's your email in case I want to email you? If I want to email you. Tessa says, and Ashley, I'm doing well. To the doctors yesterday, they said I have 2 more weeks and I will have my next surgery. Okay, Tessa, we'll definitely keep you in our prayers, beloved. And also, Sister Ashley, I assume you're talking about me. And also, it's funny that you mentioned email, because even if you wasn't talking about me just now, I'm going to start posting my email again in the video descriptions and stuff, because I haven't been posting it in there. But if anybody wants to holler at me or needs to holler at me about anything, Tessa says, at King Shaq, I just subscribed to your channel. Okay. Ashley says, yes. For anybody out there, including Sister Ashley, that would like to email me about whatever, my email is glorytoyah1121@gmail.com. That's glorytoyah1121@gmail.com. Matter of fact, I'm about to try to type it in here right now. Give me 1 second. Yes, here's my email right here, y'all. Glory to Yah1121@gmail.com. If anybody would like to email me, or you want to talk to me about something, hit me with something, whatever, that's the email you can do it at. Also, go and check out my book on Amazon, Bootstrapped to Millions, How Anyone Can Start Building Wealth from Scratch with Zero Money. Go read it today. Share this video with somebody out there, beloved ones. Ashley says, thank you, no problem. Like this video, share this video, subscribe to the channel if you're not already. And I will see y'all, most high willing, on Friday. And I was debating whether I was going to do that during Friday, because they got me working Saturday. This weekend, we got to work Saturday super, super early, so I'm still going to do it, though. But the live stream Friday, it won't be late and it won't be long, but we going to do it, because we got to do what we got to do. You know what I'm saying? No matter what. No matter what. We got to do what we got to do. Sometimes it be tough. But you know what? Nobody ever said that this was going to be easy. When you was born, you knew it wasn't going to be easy when you was born. That's why you was crying. You already knew it wasn't going to be easy. Shelly says, thank you for this lesson. No problemo. Sister Shelly, no problema. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. My email is in the chat if you need to do it. Also, if the Most High puts it on your heart, you want to donate to the channel, the Cash App I believe it's somewhere at the top of the chat. Also, if you go to the channel on the About section, the Cash App is on there. Tessa says, that's right. And until next time, you wonderful, wonderful Hebrew Israelites, you Tavex, beloved ones. I'm out.